I guess we are back. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but we are back live. Uh, my apologies if y'all saw nothing or saw me scrambling. I had to go reset the brow or the gateway. But nevertheless, we are back. We have Brother Stoops is always in the house. Cynthia Witherspoon Johnson is in the house. Wilbert is in the house. Matter of fact, I think I may need to re-tag just to make sure to let everybody know that we are back. All right. We are back. Uh Let me make sure. Yep. Good morning, Cheryl. Thank you for tuning in. Uh there we go. Okay, yeah. I don't know what happened. I went into my tech support team around there. Y'all know Mrs. CEO. I went to my tech support team and we had a little issue, but we got it worked out very well quickly. But we're going to start the show off. We are a little behind schedule simply because we have some technical difficulties, but that's just life. Things happen. Got a few topics to talk about today. We got Brother Craig Stoops in the building. Thanks, Stoops. And we got a good interview with Brother Looks like we are still live. So I'm not sure, guys, what is going on. Let me try to tag everybody back in who came in. So let me try to get Cheryl again. Let's get Cheryl. Who else was in here? Look like Cassandra came in. See if we can get her back. Yeah, I don't know what. Cassandra. Kelvin Randolph. We'll try to get y'all back in here. Let me hit Cynthia Witherspoon up one more time because she was in here earlier. Excuse me. Yeah, guys, I don't know exactly what we got going on this morning, but if you're in here still, type something in the chat before we go any further. Type something in the chat. Okay, Cassandra, I see you in there. Yeah, y'all, please, my apologies. I don't know what's going on with the internet today, but nevertheless, since we're already behind schedule, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the program. First of all, welcome to Todd Make Let's Talk About a podcast. We have an interesting brother Craig Stoops. I want to make sure Craig is still here. Craig, if you're still in here, man, let me know. I appreciate you. We have an inspirational word for the day from brother Craig Stoops, and we're going to jump straight into that after. Okay, she's still in. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm having to go back and forth to the box and do that. But listen, we're going to jump straight in. Thank you all. Listen, great topics today. Two topics is what's going on with this COVID-19 resurfacing and the protocols that people who have COVID-19, you have to be careful how you reintroduce yourself after you come out of quarantine or come back or finish. You just can't be getting all up in people's face. That's going to be one topic. And the other thing is what the heck is going on in our school systems. What the heck is going on in our school system? But listen, here we go. We're going to go down and we're going to jump on these two commercials. We're going to talk to Mac. Speaking of commercials, let me go here first, and we're gonna roll. So after these commercials and after the Mickens, we're gonna be right back with the inspirational word of the day and our topic. Look like we got another crowd. I apologize if it offends anyone, but the point is made. Yes, don't worry about it, Craig. We got it. If anybody, everybody on here grown, so we should be okay. But here we go. Let's start with it.
SC Uplift Community Outreach presents Home is Where the Heart Is Awareness Gala, Saturday, September 21st at Segra Park, the Fireflies Club Lounge, 1640 Free Street in Columbia. Doors open at 5 p.m., dinner at 6 p.m. It's an evening with the Minister of Comedy, Akintunde. Proceeds will be used to benefit SC Uplift Community Outreach Program. The inaugural Awareness Gala, Home is Where the Heart Is at Segra Park Club Lounge, Saturday, September 21st, 5 p.m., Firefly Stadium, Segra Park, Columbia. Get more details and purchase tickets at www.scuplift.org. That's www.scuplift.org. Uplifting and improving communities in need.
South Carolina, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Mickens family! Y'all ready? Y'all know what time it is. Do what I want you to do. Come on. Get up out of the seats. Shout to you. Get up. Come on. Get up out of the seats. Come on now. Shout, shout, shout. Get up out of Y'all want to hear a little bit more of that? Let's go one more round. Tell your neighbor.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Lord have mercy. Y'all put them hands together. Help us sing a little bit of this song. Look at here. Woo! Time is winding up now. Start again, y'all. Keep on. Start one more time. Time is. Start again, boy. Time is. Are you ready to get your house in order? Y'all better get your house in order. You better get your house in order. You better get your house in order. You know why the time is winding up. Start again, y'all. Time is every day, every day. Time is every day of my life. Time is just a
Mothers, tell your daughters.
tell you don't.
Fathers, tell your sons. Preachers, tell your members. Don't let them catch you with your work undone. You know why? Time.
Every day, y'all. Time is every day of my life. Time. Do you see the signs in the fig tree, y'all? I know time is winding. Time is getting closer, closer, closer. Every day, y'all. Time is. You gotta get your house in order. Y'all better be ready. Will you be ready? Will you be ready? Let me tell you, Jesus, He's coming back for a church without a spot or wrinkle. Will you? When He calls your name, one day, on that Jesus, gonna crack.
All right. We are back. We are back. Got tongue tied just now. We are back. We are back. That was the Mickens. Listen, we're going to jump straight into our inspirational word of the day. Inspirational word of the day comes from Brother Craig Stoops. And listen, he said, please do not be offended. Wait, he didn't say please not be offended. He said some people may be offended. But it says, everyone appreciates your honesty until you're honest with them. Then you're a-hole. That's come from George Carlin. Wow. Everyone appreciates your honesty until you're honest with them. Then you are a-hole. And he did. Let me be perfectly honest and transparent here. He did check with me earlier because the a-hole was not in there. It was the actual word, but he said he didn't want to offend no one. And as you see right here, he says, I apologize if it offends anyone, but the point is made. And it's really not too much to elaborate on that because the truth is the truth. Everyone loves and enjoys the truth when you're telling the truth on everybody else, or you're exposing everyone else's truth. But when you expose that person's truth, now you are a-hole, okay, or better yet, you're wrong, or you're doing listen. When the truth hits you, it hits you. When you ask for the truth, you get the truth, but you can't be mad at the truth and call the person a-hole because they tell you or they call you out in your truth. Maybe that'd be a better way to put it. They call you out in your truth. You have to, if you get the truth, and if the truth that you hear from somebody concerning you hurts your feelings, if it's the truth, because there's a saying that the truth could never be considered disrespect. The truth should never be considered as disrespect. Let me say it again. The truth should never be considered as disrespect. Okay. Now, your response to the truth could be considered as disrespect, because sometimes when you hear something that you don't want to hear, especially when somebody's talking about you, and you know, hey, you can be disrespectful in your response. But I think this particular topic really does speak for itself. We're going to throw that up here again real quick. Everyone appreciates your honesty. You know, preachers get this a lot. They, you know, everyone, amen, until they call it what we call it, until we start stepping on, and when I say we, I mean anyone telling the truth, until you start stepping on toes. Then all of a sudden, oh, he prying in my business or whatever, you know. So, Brother Craig Stoops, I appreciate that, man. Awesome word of the day. Listen, we're going to jump straight into our first topic, man. And listen, COVID-19 or whatever this thing is seemed to be sneaking its head back up. I noticed at the church that I go to, I would not call out the church's name, but the church that I attend, COVID has reached its head up into the vicinity again, all the way from the pulpit to some of the choir members to musicians, deacons, whatever. This is my thing, COVID-19 havers or hatters or whoever you are. And let me take my glasses off real quick for this one. And we want to take a station identification to pause for Hell Hot Coffee, one of our sponsored advertisers, CEO Trevisha. Mickey, y'all give her a round of applause real quick. Yep, Hell Hot Coffee. Yep, she got it hot as hell this morning too, but it's a good hell hot today. Yep. Listen, Cynthia said that was definitely last week, but it wasn't necessarily the truth. It's not just having their way. They throw their person under the bus. But what is really real is the real. Yeah. And Cynthia, and this is going back to maybe I moved too fast. So let me back up. Maybe I moved too fast, but here we go. And I do believe this is, you know, and I know what you're talking about. Listen, that's something that really bothered me. When let's just change the topic real quick. Okay. You know, when people love you, they love you. And we're going to get back to the COVID-19. When people love you, they love you, right? Until they find fault. And I know you was angry. Auntie. And I do want to say certain things, but I want to make sure I don't say too much. But people will love you. People will praise you, put you up on a pedestal, and then all of a sudden, you know, the thing that got me. Let me just put a scenario up. Business is business. When you're operating in business, you have to change situations. You have to change everything for the betterment of the business. When you have employees or people who love your business, when changes are made, people are not going to like it. But what people shouldn't do is people shouldn't try to assassinate your character. People shouldn't try to destroy what you have built. I always say this. You can hear what you want to hear, but if you haven't seen whatever, or you don't know things for yourself, it's just best not to talk about it. Because I realized in a situation, and maybe me and Auntie the only person that know what we're talking about, but I realized most of these people that was complaining and who once praised and loved our good brother, they were really just going off of who he say, she say, they say. You know, it's almost like the church. Most people be in the church, they don't participate in the church, they don't help the church, they don't even come to church. You may have a church membership of quote unquote 200,000, right? Wink, wink, y'all can't see the wink, but you may have a membership of 200,000, but you may have a participation of only 10 to 20% of those 200,000, right? And the only time the rest of those, now you may have an average of 20,000 that participates in the everyday access of the church, but when they hear something about the pastor or it's time or there's problem, you have people who haven't been to church, haven't participated in church, they all of a sudden got something to say. They all of a sudden now people want to come to the meeting. Listen, I know some of y'all that been to church, and when you go to a church meeting, you see people at the meeting you ain't seen in a year. They got something to say. But I say this: what you don't know, you don't know. What you know, you know. But you can go off of hearsay all you want. But like I said in the live I did, and whether anybody takes this personal or look at it as a direct hit or whatever. If you can love on me, if you can hug on me, you can tell me your life story. If something comes my way that you don't like, or you heard, if you can't come to me personally and address that, but you can get on the internet and you can just, I'm talking about join whatever, jump on the bandwagon and let's just run over somebody. Because the point of the matter is, who are we to judge? Right? Who are we to judge? Listen, the truth will prevail. But if you don't, this is the thing that aggravates me about any situation when people give hearsay. If you don't know the truth, you can't go by what somebody say. You don't dismiss what nobody say, but you can't go off and just start jumping on a bandwagon of something that you don't particularly know about. Because let me tell you something about interpretation. Interpretation of a lot of things can go a lot of different ways. I learned something, and I'm going to have this conversation with my with the Columbia area fitness group that I'm a part of. I can imagine human resource. I would not want to be a human resource officer or work at a human resource job in these days and time. And I'm gonna get back to my COVID conversation. I would not want to be a human resource officer to save my life. I don't care how much money it is, because anything nowadays that you do or say, let me just say this, can be held against you or liable in a court. Anything you do or say to benefit someone who may have a hidden agenda. Do you know, because we had this conversation at a steel plant I was at. This when the, I don't want to say the Me Too movement, but this is when they showed a video of a supervisor who was he came in one morning, reached around and said, "Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna just use the name Kimmy. How you doing, Kimmy?" Touched on the shoulder and just kept on going. I don't know whether Kimmy had a bad day, but Kimmy said she felt violated because he touched her shoulder. And anything that a person do or don't like could get someone else, you know, and the human resource person has to, Marvin, what's going on? They have to address the situation. You can say anything and it can get blown out of proportion. You can have all the good intentions. But let me get back to this. Don't jump on a bandwagon of something that you don't know for sure. I hate for anybody, and I know, listen, people gonna see this and they probably gonna say, well, he talking about this, he talking about that. I'm talking what I'm talking. I hate for anybody to tell me I have proof or I have receipts. But now I have proof, I have receipts, but well, and I'm gonna tell you what I noticed. A lot of people don't know what's going on, but they like confusion and they like mischief. And half the people who are in Array of Cynthia, half of them still, because see, I see people saying, well, I'm gonna still stay in the program just to see what's gonna happen. So a lot of people will allow you to throw yourself on the sword, post all your comments and say what you got to say. You know, oh yeah, because I'm gonna do. A lot of people have, made people, well, not made people, but have coached people into leaving churches, and they still there. If I was you, I'd leave, and they still there. That ever happened to anybody? I remember one time I had to play for a particular group or program, and some people had told me, yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't even go because they did you wrong or something like this. This was back in my choir playing days. And I was like, yeah, you're right. They were like, yeah, because I ain't going. You know what? We ought not show up. They was on the choir. I was a drummer. Lo and behold, we done talked junk about everything that happened. And, of course, I didn't show up for the concert. Do you know Ham Sandwich? Everybody who said they wasn't going showed up except me. Everybody showed up except me. I look back, I was like, and they was like, well, yeah, well, we didn't want. I was like, but we decided to walk the plank and jump. Ain't nobody jump but me. And I had lost a good relationship with a musician because of that. So I learned, regardless of what information I receive, regardless of what's going on, unless I know for sure, and people love attention and they love to pry in messiness. For example, if people say, well, if you can't say what you can say here, you can inbox me and tell me personally, and let's just, there's a group, there's a situation, and there's a group, and there's some things that's being said, and people are saying some things that to their belief are true, or let's just say allegations of anything, whatever. And they won't say exactly what's happening, but they say something has happened and they are displeased. Now you have a whole bunch of other people. Ooh, I want to know. Tell me what's going on. They may say, well, I can't say it on here. Oh, inbox me and tell me about it. These are the type of people that you have to be careful about. These are the type of people you have to be very, very careful. Whatever situation or concerns you have that's dealing with a particular person, I say you deal with the person. Don't involve everybody else in your business. And what you do is you run into a bunch of messy people. You ought to be a leader and not a follower. You run into a bunch of fake people. Let me tell you what I've seen, Auntie. I've seen people who and it's almost a perfect example of what Jesus went through. And I'm not calling the person an example, Jesus, but it's almost a perfect parallel where people loved him, and the same people that loved him was willing to crucify him. And then there's those that kind of straddle the fence. I've even seen posts where I've seen people say that and I'm gonna just use a church analogy. I would not attend this church no more. This church, that pastor this and that pastor that. I would not. You won't. I can't believe this. You won't see me in that church. And lo and behold, when they done told their friends to jump off the plank, I'm coming with you. What's the first thing they do? You see them right back in the Bible study, paying their tithes and offering. They in the church looking like they ain't said nothing at all. But let me tell you something else that I've come to find. Just as well as your receipts work your way, the receipts can work the opposite way too. Because the problem I have with receipts of anything when it comes to communication, what did you say? What do you respond to? What do you type back? Let me move on. I want to get back to this comment right here. Tina said, someone said that to me about my church, and I told them I ain't leaving my church until God tells me to leave. Yeah, I feel like in any situation, don't let somebody else determine why you leave an organization, your job, or your church, or whatever. Because, see, you can get so caught up in emotions in what people have said. And I'm not saying truth, false, either way, but until you know for yourself, you need to stay rooted and grounded and keep your comments to yourself. Because I'm going to tell you what people do. People will take your comments, not the stuff they said. They'll take what you said, what such and such said. Now, I always say everything will come out in the wash. That's for any situation. So that's just where I'm going to leave that down. I'm going to leave that down. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it right down. Cynthia said, big and bold on the book, but not like that in person. Right. Yeah. Listen, some of y'all may know, and because this is not that particular community, I don't want to go into too many details. I will do a live sometime probably later on today or tomorrow. And we're going to, matter of fact, I'm going back into the Columbia Lake Murray group page, and we're going to talk some more. But listen, let's go do a song real quick. Matter of fact, this particular song I think is befitting. Tell Me What's the Matter with the Church Today. I'm gonna just say, tell me what's the matter with the world today. This song is Members, a song that I rewrote some years ago. Y'all listen to this song and tell me, can you still hear me while the song is being played? Let's go.
Oh, I'm singing, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Jesus.
Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me.
Yeah. Tell me what's the matter with the church today. Singing, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Say, Jesus, can you tell me? Yeah.
Can you hear me, Cynthia?
What's the matter with the church today? Look at here. Some of you members, one by one. Some of you members are having too much fun. Some of you members, 2 by 2. Some of you members don't know what to do. Some of you members, 3 by 3. Some of you members will never be free. Some of you members, 4 by 4. Some of you members won't even have the poor. Some of you members, 5 by 5. Some of you members keep telling lies. Some of you members, 6 by 6. Some of you members will never get fixed. Some of you members, 7 by 7. Some of you members will never make it to heaven. Some of you members, 8 by 8. Some of you members will never get straight. Some of you members, 9 by 9. Some of you members are drinking plenty of wine. Some of you members, 10 by 10. Some of you members will never make it in, Lord. Some of you members, 11 by 11. Some of you members don't even believe in heaven, yeah. Some of you members, 12 by 12. Some of you members are on your way to hell. I'm saying, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Jesus, can you tell me? Tell me what's the matter with the church today. I'm saying, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Jesus, can you tell me what's the matter with the church today?
That was members. Tell me what's the matter with the church today. All right, now let's get back into the topic here. Let's get back to the COVID-19 because I know some of y'all probably know. And first of all, thank you to Brother Gerald Tyson. I appreciate you, man, for tuning in. I started doing some of the stuff I'm doing because I saw what you did and what you're doing now. But yeah, nevertheless, Tina, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the topic. Let's talk about the podcast / radio. Listen, COVID-19. Back to it. And now, if anybody want to address some of the other issues about people trying to get you to leave certain places and they stay, or they not really, people just going off what people say, and we can come back to that topic as well. But I want to get back to these COVID people. At my church that I play for, we have been affected by a couple COVID-19s, all the way from the pulpit on down. I just think it need to be some protocol. I just think it need to be, listen, I don't care how much faith you got. I got plenty of faith, yeah. Matter of fact, let me post this right here. This is my brother. Yes, sir. I'm national gospel promoter Gerald Tyson. Enjoying. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And just to throw this out there, and two promoters that I respect very much so, not only Brother Gerald Tyson, but my own homegrown sister Cheryl. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and tag Cheryl Snell, who I think came up to be one of the fastest growing promoters in the past 5 years. I think she was one of the fastest growing promoters and is doing so good. So Cheryl, shout out to you too. But yeah, COVID-19. I don't know. Is anybody else out here dealing with COVID-19 creeping up in the churches? I think masks are I know I'm masking up today. I don't get, but listen, when you come back, especially when you done told somebody, listen, I've been out because I've had COVID-19. But my brother, because last week, two people, I don't know if they're gonna see this or not, but two people from my church who was out because of COVID-19 came up to me. I was sitting down on the drum. I was getting my drum tracks and stuff ready. And they come up to me, hey, brother, how you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to know if you had this particular piece of information. I want to say the information I got is you had COVID-19. You need to get 6 feet back. 6 feet. You can't be getting all up in people's faces and you just come back from a quarantine. I don't care what your tests say. You got to have, listen, people get this thing where I got faith. Ain't nobody going to run a COVID-19. Listen, you can, whatever faith you got, I got faith too. But my common sense is I'm not going to get in somebody's face who has a flu, COVID-19, a cold. I'm trying to stay. Matter of fact, myself and my wife, a lot of times, if we know that the other person is getting sick or feeling sick, the other day, I said, yeah, my nose kind of congested. You think I need to go around in the other room? Because, I didn't know what was going on. Either with her, if she got a cough going on, she'd say, well, especially if she know I got to get up in the morning, she'd say, well, honey, I got this bad cough. You might want to go around in the other room. Or either she'll go around in the other room. Or either sometimes she may get up in the middle of the night and just remove herself because she knows she got something going on. Listen, people, you got to be respectful and understanding that, listen, you just getting over COVID-19, just because you done quarantine, now that you get back into your workspace or the office, you just can't hop up in people's face. You just can't hop up and, hey, brother, how you doing? I got a question for you. And then me breathe hard. Yeah, because, I just got back. I had COVID-19, but God has blessed me. Yeah, I'm back, brother. Let me shake. No, ma'am, sir, You can call me bougie or whatever. Please get out of my. I'm telling you what I started doing, because I used to have, and I think I still got it under my drum thing. I'm gonna start spraying you. Get back. Get you and your COVID-19 behind. Matter of fact, you probably still shouldn't be at church this Sunday. I feel, and this just is the way I feel. I don't know how y'all feel. If you had to quarantine for COVID-19 and you had to miss the services or work or whatever, I think you ought to do your due diligence. Due diligence. When you come back, you ought to give yourself an extra 3 to 5 days of extra precaution. You need to get your elderberry juice, your orange juice. You need to get your grapefruit juice. My wife had me take something. I didn't even know what it was, but I took it. She said, put a couple of these drops in your mouth. Put it in there. Clear up these sinuses. Right? But yeah, when you come back and people present, ain't nobody want you hugging all. Oh, yeah. Listen, this is what they do. You be like, hey, brother, I ain't see you last week. You reach in for, yeah, well, you know, I had COVID-19. I was in quarantine for 10 days. I just got back right. But how you doing? Man, if you don't get y'all know what I'm talking about. Huh? Sure, a sentence said with COVID-19 in the workplace are not following the rules when they return to work, they should wear a mask for 5 days. See, there we go. My wife works in the school system. She told me before that, and I got to make sure I be careful what I say, because it's a school system, that parents will know their child are sick and they'll send them to school anyway without even telling nobody. They'll be there and call, hey, little Johnny is sick. Oh, yeah, well, we knew he had COVID or he real sick, but we didn't, I didn't have nobody to keep him. And I understand things happen, things get hard, but parents, you have to. Now, back in the day, I don't know about y'all. I don't know how old y'all is. I'll be 49 in 1 more month. Matter of fact, 29 days, I'll be 49. Back in the day, but see, we can do this back then. My mom and daddy, if they had to go to work, me and my sister, we knew when we get off that bus, open up the door, don't open the door for nobody. And if we were sick and mom and them had to go to work, we either had a cousin or a family member or somebody was told, listen, go by the house, check on Todd and Dap. And they would tell, don't open the door for nobody. One day I was sick. We weren't sick. We were just home for the summer. Excuse me. And my cousin Joseph Robinson came by. I don't even know. I'm gonna see if I can tag him in. I don't even know if he gonna remember this or not. But my mom and them told him to go by the house and check on me and my sister. Well, he came knocking on the door. Me and my sister's in the house. We heard knock. We went to the window. Because mom and them always told, don't ever pull the curtain all the way back. Just look through this crack and see who at the door. So we looked through the crack, see who at the door. It was our cousin. Hey, cuz. Hey, your mom and them told me to come and check on y'all. Okay. Open up the door. No, mom and dad said, don't open up the door for nobody. And we knew, no, mom and daddy said, don't open up the door for nobody. Next thing you know, phone rang. Hello, Todd. Yes, ma'am. Is cousin Joe at the door? Yeah. Well, he said he been over there, and y'all said don't open up the door for nobody. And we didn't know who he was. We wasn't gonna say that. We weren't even gonna breathe hard. They used to leave us home back in the day. Y'all remember them days when your parents could leave you home, or either the neighbors across the street kept a good eye on you. I like this comment right here. What gets me, you're sick, stay home. The pleasant thing about the job I have as a truck driver, I'm in the truck by myself. I rarely have to speak or be in contact with anyone. So even if I was to come down with a sickness of COVID-19 or whatever, and God bless that I never have, I'm by myself. I don't have to worry about no passengers. I don't have to worry about walking through no offices. Because a lot of times I've heard people who have COVID-19, they don't really feel, some people don't feel bad. Some people don't have a whole bunch of bad symptoms or whatever, but they got it. Now, how that is, I don't know. Here we go. When they come in my office, I use Lysol before they come in and directly. Yeah. And, you know, people get offended. People get offended when you spray them up. You know, people get offended. But in my area, I'm inside a glass cage in my drums, but the backside is open. So what I do is, as soon as I get in, I do the little spray thing. Then you see people coming, and then they be up. They see, listen, protocol, right? Then they be all up in the microphone. Praise God. Listen, I'm sorry. Get those mic covers. See, sometimes we get so complacent and we forget that, you know, now some people believe in the COVID-19. Some people say it's a government, whatever. I don't know what it is. I just know when my mother caught it, and there's no secret when she caught it. When they called me to the house and said mama had caught the COVID-19, and she had a bad case of it. And I think it hits harder with more in the senior citizens. All I can say is, you know, I've seen different variations of people who have caught the COVID-19, and it was not a pretty sight. It was not a pretty sight. When I walked in the room, I was like, yo, whoa. You know, didn't understand what was going on, you know. And then you got to be careful because your loved one who you may take care of or with may catch COVID-19, or either they would be more subjected to catching the virus, or either it being more prolific if they catch it. So you going somewhere, and see, that's what people don't understand. You may be a caregiver, as my good friend Auntie Cynthia Witherspoon is. You know, you may be the full-time caregiver of somebody, but it's somebody at your job being irresponsible who know that they have a virus or some type of cold. They don't even tell you. They done been all up in your space, all up in your face, and you have to go back and you have to take care of somebody else, which means you can pretty much carry that germ along with you, right? Good morning, friends. Radio Francina, one of my best friends in the industry, not only in just the media, radio industry, but one of my good friends in life, her and her family. I say all the time, they took care of me when I went and did her birthday party, and they treated me like family. That's because I am. Yes, I am her family. Now I don't know whether I'm grandson, the youngest, or whatever, nephew, whatever I is to her, that's what I is. Here's a cup of coffee to you, Miss Radio Friends. As Keith Wonderboy John. Now, that's Radio Francina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but y'all got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. I see some comments coming through, and they haven't. Okay, here we go. Cynthia says that was when we had the village helping with your children. But yeah, back in the day, I'm telling you, it's been plenty of times. And listen, you ain't had to worry about nobody calling what's the people called, the PSS or the DSS or the E whatever, because everybody was leaving their children home. Yeah, everybody was leaving their children home back in the day. A whole summer, me and my sister. A couple summers, we been home by ourselves. We even cooked by ourselves. DSS, yeah. We even cooked by ourselves. Bologna, egg, and bread. Now we probably wasn't supposed to cook, but mama, listen. Y'all eat a bologna sandwich. All you need is bread, mayonnaise, and naked bologna. Yeah. But you know, we used to sneak a pot up there every now and again and cook us some fried bologna and try to clean up And I'm talking about we in elementary. I'm talking about we've been in elementary school. Yeah. Listen, I don't know how many of y'all was blessed with that particular stage in your life where it was okay to be home alone and your parents told you, you know, don't open up the door for nobody. All that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, is anybody else seeing any type of uprising or more experiences with the COVID-19 starting to come up? And I'm gonna go ahead and play another song here, and we're gonna come back. Let me play another song, and we're gonna come back. I tell you what, let's go with some DMD here. Yeah, let's go with some DMD. Let's see which one I want. Let's go right here. Y'all want to hear some good DMD? Here we go. And we'll be right back. And I ain't going nowhere. Let me know if you enjoy the song. Uh-oh. Let me turn it up.
So rough. It get hard sometimes. It gets so rough. I have to walk the floor all night long. But Lord, I'm bleeding. Yeah, let me say it again. So rough, yeah.
Let me know, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah. So rough.
DMD.
I have to walk the floor all night long. But Lord, I'm leaning on. Yeah. I'm leaning on you. It get hard sometimes. Oh, I'm leaning. Lord, hear me, Lord. I'm leaning on you. Doc, sing a verse for me. So rough, I have to pass up. So rough. It get hard sometimes.
Thank God. Thank God.
Oh, yeah. Can't get the seat back. I have to cry some. So rough, yeah. It get hard sometimes. So rough, I want the floor sometimes. So rough, can't get to sleep. I'm just leaning on you. I'm leaning on you. I'm leaning.
All right. That was Doc McKenzie. Well, that was DMD featuring Doc McKenzie. And I'm sorry to cut the song short, but we want to get on and finish up the topic. Is anybody else seeing COVID-19 flare up in their workspace, in their family, in their church? If anybody experiencing that, let me know in the chat. We're going to go to our next topic of today is what the heck is going on in the school systems nowadays. Back in my day, I feared not only the corrective action of my father, not so much as my mother, because I could always kind of get over on y'all know I'm not, I could cry a little bit and jump up and scream, say I got to use the bathroom, and mama might be done hit me about 2 or 3 times. I'm rolling on the floor, she was going in the bathroom. You get out the bathroom, go in the room. You tell daddy, I gotta pee. Daddy, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, Reverend Mickens, my daddy, that's right. We got discipline. There was no abuse. We got discipline. And I'm gonna say this. Back in the day, people were disciplined according to how they knew discipline was. I would never say that my mom and dad abused me, because they didn't. No, they didn't. They disciplined us. when my daddy would discipline us, because we had then figured out, mama would, you know, all you got to do is act like you about to die off the first lick, right? You know, act like you about to die, you can't breathe, you got to use the bathroom. Mama get to feeling sorry for you. Daddy, you know you had to at least get about 5 licks in. Let him go ahead and get the 5 licks and just try to take it. And then you try to do whatever you can to try to get it, you know, when you rolling on the floor or say you got to use the bathroom, you got to pee. My dad, listen, he'll tell you, my dad, oh, you got to use the bathroom. Okay, come on. Huh? No, you got to use the bathroom. Come on. That joker, that joker would take you to the bathroom and stand at the door and say, you better pee. Oh, snap. Yeah, Pops, listen, you be sitting there saying to yourself, Lord, when I get to this bathroom, please let me pee. Because first of all, he figured you lying to me if you didn't pee. And then after you finish peeing, come on in and let's go finish this on up. Yeah. Back in the day, listen, I feared getting disciplined by my parents. Grandparents too. It hurt me more when my grandparents disciplined me, because I always felt like grandparents was the ones you can get away with a lot of stuff with. Well, you know, my dad, mama wasn't really the disciplinary as far as, and even my granddad. I don't think my dad's mom ever spanked or whooped me, whatever you call it. I just had that much respect. I didn't do too much around it. My mom's mom, I stayed there most summers with my cousin, and we got in a lot of mischief and trouble. We got in a lot of stuff. But grandmama used to make us work. Matter of fact, I've been blessed. You know, when my grandmother passed, we moved back to South Carolina to help take care of the house and help take care of because my grandmother was not only taking care of my 2 cousins, but she was taking care of one of my uncles as well. He lived with her. We moved back, and our family just united as one big family. And I have the pleasure now of being one of the caretakers of the property there, keeping the grass cut. My uncle told me the other day, who lives there now, he said, you know, when I leave from here, you know, it's going to be left up to you to keep the property cleaned up. And it kind of made me feel, you know, it made me feel 2 ways, because I don't think people appreciate keeping family land and keeping family homes and stuff in the family. Now, mind you, I didn't say he said the property was mine or how. I said he said it's going to be up to you, because ain't nobody doing it. It was either him or I think my daddy did a couple of times, but of course my uncle, he's up in age. And he said, nephew, I'm getting too old to be trying to be out here in this yard. And I am now the caregiver of the property. I keep the grass cut. And it made me feel like, wow, you know, I'm holding on to something that I remember. I thought I would never have to cut that grass again. But see, that yard, grandma used to make me and my cousin rake that yard. Y'all remember most of her yard was sand and pine trees. So we had to rake. And grandma, my mama, she listen, my daddy, I worked in the junk with him, pulling copper, aluminum, whatever, steel, and all that. You know, breaking down copper, breaking down motors and all that. That was my first job. But Granny made us work. Man, we'd be out there in that yard all day. Granny used to go to work. I'm telling you, Granny used to leave us home. Me, my cousin Muhammad, you know, she didn't make the girls do too much. And I'm talking about, man, we had to rake, cut grass. Well, anyway, we learned discipline and work with my grandparents. And like I said, getting disciplined by my grandparents always used to hurt my feelings, because, you know, Granny really wouldn't pop me, but just the thought of her having to discipline used to hurt my feelings. And she knew it. She would act like she killing me, because she knew I was lying and crying. But I thank God for those memories with my granny. But yeah, I'm the caregiver of the property now. And I think she laughing at me because she's like, yeah, you used to have to rake. Now you got to cut the grass. And me and my mom and my daddy, we call the property roots because it's like tree roots all over the place. Man, you got to be very, very. Matter of fact, yesterday, y'all know I started my own business with the lawn services. And yesterday, myself and my wife, she helped me helping me. She did an awesome job. Only thing is, guys, when my wife working with me, she be on the ride mode and I be on the push mode. Most now she started out on the push, but after I kind of get my perimeter set, then I let her get on. She do such a good job. I have to kind of let it. So I just I'm like, dog, bro. When you the boss, you supposed to be on the easy equipment. I guess maybe I ain't the boss. So something will have to give. But anyway, listen, what in the world wrong with these children today? You see on the news where a child almost knocked a lady's eye socket out. Now, I'm gonna tell you what needs to start happening. Until some of these parents are held liable or these kids' actions, it ain't gonna stop. I told my mama, I said, what's going on nowadays is this generation of parents are the first generation that was affected by you can't do nothing to the child. These are the parents of this generation. This is the product of when they was telling us or telling the parents you can't discipline your kids. So now you have an undisciplined generation that's having more undisciplined kids. Y'all remember paddling? Do y'all remember paddling? I got paddled a couple times. I just knew how to figure it out, Yeah, I was a little bad in school. Yeah, I just figured it out. Let me get them 3 licks. I knew they was gonna call my mom and daddy. Whew. Boy, I'd rather get paddled 20 times than to go home and daddy says, so you mean, this is my daddy thing. Oh, so you mean to tell me as hard as I work to send you to school, y'all know the whole spiel, and you go to school and act like a fool, and the teacher got to stop what they doing. Stop you from acting a fool. Take you to the. All I can say is, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This is a generation of parents that when they first started, maybe the second generation of it, but these kids now are the results of it. Where they don't have no fear. You had every now and again back in the day, you had maybe 1 or 2 kids that you knew had some serious problems. They really needed the medication. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You had a couple of kids who really needed to be sedated because they just had that extra energy. They would go off on a teacher, but even they had some. This generation, oh man, it's a product of when they started telling. I remember my aunt, her son was acting up in school. She went to the school, she got him at school, and then when she went home, she got him at home too. Well, the teacher called the people on her for chastising her son. And I think they almost threatened to take him or whatever. So next time he went back to school and started doing stuff, she said, well, what you calling me for? Evidently, he can do whatever he want to do because when I try to chastise him, you want to call the people on me and take them from me. So, and listen, this has been the mind frame of a lot of parents too. If I can't do nothing with him, then you do something with him. Why even call me? My wife is a counselor. By law, if a child come in her office And if I'm correct or wrong, honey, just type in yes or no. By law, if she sees something or they say something that has happened, and it can be a total lie. They could have then came to school, spit on the teacher, set have the school on fire, punched the teacher, went home, and their parents spanked them. When they get back to school, if the child tell them, my mom and daddy beat, if I'm not mistaken, maybe some other educators are in here, you have to, by law, you have to do or say something. Back in the day, when you got whooped and you came back, you might have had a little scratch on your eye. Them teachers back in the day, that's what you get. Matter of fact, I remember a teacher, my daddy came to a school. The teacher said, well, you can go ahead and get him and take him to the bathroom and do what you need to do. That don't happen now. Listen, students are fighting and teachers are scared to break up fights because students are jumping on teachers now. Tina said, I used to love coming down south from New York every summer to my grandparents' house. My grandma made sweep the yard. This is a rough generation now, guys. Now, not in defense of the generation, but I do feel this generation has been, they don't have as much of a work ethics. And I don't think this generation is as smart. It's just everything is at the click of a button now. Most people in this generation, they don't have to think. They don't have to think anymore. All you got to do is AI it, Google it, and it's right there. Y'all ain't noticed there ain't many books in school no more. Everything is on a laptop, on a computer. People are writing essays, writing whatever they need to do for college, just off of going to the internet, typing in, give me an essay, such and such. They don't even, most companies now, unless they tech companies, you don't really have to, people have went to school year after year, season after season to get whether it's bachelor's, master's, doctoral degrees to learn all this stuff. And people and other people are being able to take those same jobs that they didn't go to school for just because they know how to get the information off the internet. Tia, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, listen, you can ask anybody. My wife, a perfect example, she done went to school to pursue many different things that they have told her. If you do this, if you do that, you have a better chance of getting this career. You need to do what they call it when you go to some place, internships under this particular school or this particular principal, and you went and done all this stuff so you can be in a better position. And 9 times out of 10, she still has to work just as hard to get in the position that she deserves because either somebody else got in the position because of who they know, or they just, and then a lot of times they tell you to get all this college education just to tell you that you overqualified for it. You ain't underqualified. You either underqualified or you overqualified. For instance, they don't even write cursive anymore. That's right. That was one of the first things. Yeah, cursive writing is out the door. Cursive writing is out the door. Listen, it's 8:34. I think it's time for another song. Y'all tell me. Listen, I feel pretty good. Let's get this one right here. Let's just lighten up the mood a little bit. We're gonna go with No, Not a One. Let me tell you how y'all like this groove right here. Let me tell you how y'all like this groove.
There's not a friend like the lowly Jesus. No, not one. No, not one.
Y'all like that? Tina, you like that, Tina? TL, give me a thumbs up if you like that, brother.
No, not one. Jesus knows all about our struggles. He will guide till the day is done. There's not a friend like the lowly Jesus. No, not one. No, not one. No friend
not alone.
Yes. Thank y'all for listening. Listen, we got 2 more songs that we're going to play, 1 more conversation. Listen, last week I spoke about when I say there's a song, Take Me Back to where I first did receive you. I believe that song by Andre Crouch. Let me tell you how you know changes are coming in your life. And we're going to close out this conversation unless someone else makes a conversation or comment about the kids or either COVID-19. Everything that I said on here yesterday about getting back to the basics, getting back to where I first started, getting back to when I first got saved, getting back to when I first got into the Word of God, my Bibles in my walk-in closet, getting away from just looking onto the Bible. Matter of fact, me and my wife were trying to, we were doing some stuff with the Bible apps, and we were trying to figure out her Bible app was a little different from mine, but nevertheless, got to church that Sunday morning, and the pastor pretty much said this how I knew, hey, bro, there's always a confirmation. This how I knew, like, bro, this is your confirmation to getting back to the roots and getting back to the foundation of where you was. I think we all need to, every now and again, I don't care how elevated you get or how far away you get, but if you're getting far away from where you was in the opposite direction, get back to the basics, get back to the foundation. Even if you've elevated more or higher in Christ, or you elevated more and higher in your job experience, I think every now and again it's always good to go back to the basics and just keep the foundation. And remember, this is when I was fiery. This is when I was wide open. This is when I was ready to do this. And somewhere along the line, I lost focus, right? The pastor said all the way from talking about the Bible apps and the phone, he said some of the same thing last Sunday, like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the phones and the Bible apps, but we got to get back to turning those pages and cross-referencing in the concordance and the dictionary. I must say I learned way more then when I was digging through the Bible, when I was, doing this and so when you run across a situation like that, that's when you know the decisions you've made or the steps forward that you're going, you are definitely going. There is always going to be a confirmation from somewhere. You don't need a prophecy. Once you make a decision, once you say, hey, I need to do this, there's going to be a confirmation coming. I got my confirmation last Sunday. Like, yo, this is what you need to do. I'm talking about almost everything I said about getting back to the basics, getting back to your first love of what you're doing, getting back to where you were so hungry for Christ or God or whatever you're doing. You were running through a brick wall. We talk about the same. He said almost word for word, and that one was like God kind of like tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Listen, there you go. There it is." And that's the beauty of this podcast, guys. I think we all, whether you believe it or not, we all, no matter where you at, we all need to get back to the basics of just a reminder of where you are, where you've been, and where you're headed to. Where you are, where you've been, and where you're headed to. There is a direction. You have to take responsibility, and you have to choose the right road, the right path to take. You either been somewhere, or you're headed somewhere. You either stagnant, you either forgot where you came from, or you headed in a particular one or two directions. There's always a right, there's always a wrong. So I just want to let y'all know that last week, and some of you who might have been here, and that was the one thing I said, man, I realized I had to get back to that first, take me back, dear Lord, where I first received you. Sometimes you got to listen. Some of us might have to get in the bathtub and be rebaptized, because some of you probably embarrassed to go, what what does baptism mean to most people? I know I done been baptized a couple of times, especially under my grandma. Man, every time that pool fill up with some water, grandma probably baptized all her children and grandchildren 100 times. She ain't stopped nobody from getting baptized. I remember my daddy and them built the pool in the back of the church, and that's where all of us got baptized at. Yep, baptized almost every month. We baptizing / swimming. We ain't understand nothing. But us children, I remember my granddaddy taking me down. And I was having fun. Swallowing water. Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, that last week I talked about taking it back, getting back to the foundation and focusing on continuing to head in the right direction. Tina, take me back. Take me back. Take me back, dear Lord, where I first need. What's the word? When I first did receive you. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. We're going to play it. Yep, we're going to play it. Take me back, dear Lord, to where I first received you. Take me back. Take me back. Take me back, dear Lord. Here we go, right here. Andre Crouch. Now, when I play this, I'm going to have to talk over it a little bit, guys. So I'm going to share it, and y'all will know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to share it, share screen. This is right here. All right. Can y'all hear it? Let me know if y'all can hear the music.
Take me back. Take me back, dear Lord, to the place where I first received you. Take me back.
Take me back.
Take me back, dear Lord, where I
Yep. There we go. Y'all listen to those words. Take me back.
Take me back, dear Lord,
Where I
to the place
to the place where I
first received you.
take me back.
Take me back.
Take me back.
Take me back, dear Lord, where I first believed.
Yep, Alicia got it. Where I first believed. Thanks, baby. Let's to the verse.
I feel that I'm so far from you, Lord, but still I hear you calling me.
Yes.
Those simple things that I once knew.
Yes.
The memories are drawing
Take me back.
I must confess,
I must
Lord,
confess.
I've been blessed, but yet my soul's
Yes.
not satisfied.
All alone.
Renew my faith, restore my
Come on,
joy, then dry my weeping eyes.
All right. Come on. Take me back.
Oh,
Take me back.
to the
place where I take me back to the place where I first believed. Yeah. Take me back, dear Lord, to the place where I first received just by hearing the song and the album cover. I believe I was in elementary. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But like I said, man, it was ironic and it was eye-opening that the exact same thing that I spoke on last week were, matter of fact, and the pastor said the exact same words. So y'all remember that song "Take Me Back" by Andre Crouch? And I wanted to tell him after church, hey, Rev, man, you just don't know, that was a blessing to me. But they had a church meeting, non-members, you couldn't stay for the meeting. I'm not a member of the church, but I play there. But I just, hey, y'all know how the church services get. They can be having a meeting on toilet tissue, but if you ain't a member, they say, hey, only members can be in here so we can decide whether we're going to use Charmin or Downy toilet tissue. And we don't want the non-members to know. But listen, guys, we're going to get ready to get up out of here. I just wanted to make sure I think and I appreciate it. It is 8:46 right now. I think y'all deserve another song. Y'all want another song? Let's get another song in there. Let's get another song in here. And I think the song, let's see here. Let's do this one right here. I tell you what, we're gonna get ready to close it out. Let's play one of our favorite, "Cool Down Yonder," by Colton Mickens. I like this song right here. Hope you guys, let me make sure that the volume is already up. That way we good to go. "Cool Down Yonder" by Colton Mickens. All right, let me find it. I thought I had it. Here we go. "Cool Down Yonder."
Well, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Oh, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, my Lord, come on down. Oh, my Lord, say come on anyhow.
Like that,
I'll meet you there.
Let me see some hand claps in there.
It's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, my Lord, come on down. Oh, my Lord, say come on anyhow.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I'll meet you there. Tell me your safety down yonder by the banks. Lord, it's safety down yonder by the banks. Oh, it's safety down yonder by the banks. Oh, my Lord, come on down. Lord, my Lord, say come on anyhow.
Come on anyhow.
I'll meet you there. They tell me it's freedom down yonder by the banks. Oh, it's freedom down yonder by the banks. Oh, it's freedom down yonder by the banks. Oh,
come on, y'all.
Lord, come on down. Oh, my Lord, say come on anyhow.
One and healed up.
Oh, Lord, I'll meet you there.
Clap those hands, heal those clapping. Y'all moan with them, moan with them. I see you, TL. I see you, brother. Go ahead, TL.
yonder by the banks. And Lord, my Lord, come on down.
We rolling now.
Stay right there. Come on down. See, there's a place of safety, a place of freedom. And oh, my Lord, say, come on anyhow. Oh Lord, I'll meet you there.
All right, that was Cool Down Yonder by Colton Mickens. Listen, we're going to go straight. We're going to keep this thing going while the fire is hot. We got one more song. Listen, whatever you're doing, you need to be trying to make it. I don't care what you're going through. You got to, don't you stop. You trying to make it. How many of y'all trying to make it? Let's go. Hands together.
Singing when you see me living right. When you see a good God Almighty living right. When you see me living right. Oh, you see, Lord, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Yes, I am. Trying to make it. Lord, I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. Trying to make it. Say, oh, Lord, oh, my Lord, trying to make it.
Y'all come on.
Almighty.
Put those hands together.
And I said it one more time. I say it when you see me living right. Todd, with a good God Almighty. Me living right. When you see me living right. You see, Lord, I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Yes, I am. Trying to make it. Lord, I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. Good God Almighty. Trying to make it. Singing, oh, Lord, oh, my Lord. Trying to make it. Good God Almighty. Can I say one more thing? I'm singing when you see me loving right. Say, with a good God Almighty. Me loving right. When you see me loving right. You see, Lord, I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Yes, I am. Trying to make it. Hey, I'm trying to make it. A good God Almighty. Trying to make it. Singing, oh, my Lord. Trying to make it. Come on here, let's take it home, boy. Oh, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Yes, I am. Trying to make it. Every day of my life. I'm trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying. I'm trying to make it. Yes, I am. Trying to make it. Trying to see Jesus. I'm trying to make it. Yes, I am. Trying to make it. I said I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. I said I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Said I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. Said I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Anybody in here? I'm trying to make it. Trying to make it like me. I'm trying to make it. Anybody in here? I'm trying to make it. Trying to make it like me. I'm trying to make it. Let me hear you clap those hands. I'm trying to make it. If you trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Let me see you clapping those hands. I'm trying to make it. If you trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. That the road get rough sometimes, but you got to keep on running. I'm trying to make it. That the load get heavy sometimes, but you got to keep on moving. I'm trying to make it. I said I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. Said I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. Said I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. Head said I'm trying. I'm trying to make it. I want to sit down sometimes, but I got to keep on going. I'm trying to make it. I want to give up sometimes, but I got to keep on going. I'm trying to make it. I got to see Jesus. I'm trying to make it. I got to see Jesus. I'm trying to make it. I got to see God. I'm trying to make it. One who died for me. I'm trying to make it. Said he didn't have to do it. I'm trying to make it. But he did. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. On Calvary.
All right. Y'all go ahead and put those hands together, trying to make it. Yeah, trying to make it. Listen, I think appreciate everybody for tuning in to Todd Mickens Let's Talk About It podcast / radio show. We're going to end it on the song that's very befitting, very, very, that's going to go good. And I want to try to play this every time that we end. Better plan. That God has a better plan for every one of you in the building. I don't care what you're going through. God has a better plan. Y'all hear what I say? He has a better plan for you. So put those hands together. We're going to go off right here with better plan. Thank you. Keep me as well as my family, my whole entire family in your prayer. Listen, we got a list. I want everybody to go by this list, okay? The things in life that you ought to have in order. God should be first, then your family. And that family means that if you're in a relationship, a wife and or husband, kids, and then the church. All right, boom. Some of y'all may not agree with that or not, but I'm telling you, God, family, and with the family, depending on your dynamics, if you're a woman, your husband first. If you was a husband, your wife first, then the kids, and then the church come up under that. Some people may say God, church, then family, but I guarantee you it ain't like that. If you agree with that, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. But here we go with what's the song I said I was gonna do? Oh, Better Plan. My bad. Here we go with Better Plan, and we're getting up out of here. Better Plan. Let's go. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Lord.
All right, we out of here.
Can I tell my testimony? I was living a sinful life, full of pain and strife, surrounded by all of life's misery. I had pain and sorrow with no hope for tomorrow, until I read in His Word, He has a better plan for me. He has a better plan. My Jesus has a better plan for me. I found out my Jesus has a better plan. A better plan for me. Let me tell you a little bit more about me. I was feeling all alone, like a child away from home, with no one there to love and comfort me. Said I didn't want to live, but I sure wasn't fit to die. Until I found out Jesus has a better plan for my life. He has a better plan. My Jesus has a better plan for me. Oh, my Jesus has a better plan. Oh, a better plan for me. Anybody know what I'm talking about? My Jesus has a better plan. A better plan for me. My God, He has a better plan. A better plan for me. Somebody looking for Jesus said He's standing right there. Said He's standing right there with His arms wide open. He's waiting for you. Said He has a better plan. My God said He's standing right there with His arms wide open. And He's waiting.